yeah, I think I think we have seen a bottom. I really do. I don't see it going lower than a cent. We may go back down and test that level. Now, I don't think we've hit a penny yet. I think 1.3, 1.4 might have been as low as it's gotten.
I don't
Correct
think
me
it's
if
even
I'm
gotten
wrong.
there. No, I don't even
Uh,
think it's gotten there. I think 1.7's been as low as it's been.
um,
I do think what you just said is a lot of people are talking about the support right around there, though, like 1.3 cents, 1.4 cents,
yeah,
which to me is also logical because 1.5 cents is like a major kind of sticking and resistance point, and it would make sense that you would get some kind of temporary wick down below that. But
okay.
yeah, I don't think we've gone below 1.7 or so for Hex that
Yeah,
I
you're
have
right.
seen anyway.
You're right. You're right. Now there are some charts that have some pretty good size wicks down to like 1.6 something,
Hmm.
but it's a high. It's like
Splitting hairs,
168.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, 6 1, half a dozen the other. So
yeah.
yeah, I don't think I don't think we're going to see much lower than that. If it goes to a penny, I think that's about as low as you're going to see.
Yeah, I right around this 1.5 cent range. That's what hearing Crypto 7 talk about that was really motivating me, frankly, even more to. I was already DCing heavily. I texted you whenever I've been texting you the last couple of weeks every time I make a buy in Hex because it's been so low. But like when it first, and I heard somebody else say this too, I forget who it was, but when it first was dipping below 2 cents, it's right around Christmas. I don't
Yeah,
remember. That's
yeah,
all a blur at this point. But um, I put in a big buy order right below there because I was like, hey, dude, this is 2 cents, And then, of
yeah,
course, yeah, we've gone slightly below there, but I have a number of buys between, 1.7 and 1.9 right now. It's just to me, it's like we spent so much time above that. We
yep.
spent the most time seemingly between 3 and 3.5 cents, so much
We
that I
did.
was thinking, you and I both were kind of thinking that was kind of
Yep.
right around that 3 cent range would be the low. But here we are settling here. I mean, I'm totally willing. I don't want to be, but I'm willing to be wrong that this 1.5 to 2 cent range is not the low. I mean, I'm okay committing some decent buy orders at these prices, and I'll
Yep.
suffer the
Yep.
consequences if it goes lower.
And honestly, that in 1.75 is actually 50% off of that 3.5. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
So, that's interesting enough that we thought maybe that was it. And then it went 50%. Can we go another 50? I don't know. At 2 cents, I guess I would put it down to 1 cent. We're right around 1.9 now,
Right.
cents. So 50% off of here is a penny. So that would be another 50%, be a hell of a buy.
And for because we are a stream and a show that kind of crosses all lines of crypto, I think here there may be people that are listening or watching that aren't even in Hex yet or still are speculative about it or whatever. But like if you continue to educate yourself and separate yourself from any feelings you might have about Richard Hart and focus on what the smart contract is, the prices that you can get Hex at right now, and even more importantly, the T shares that you can
Shares.
get because of where we are right now,
Yep.
you're probably never going to see anything like this again as
No,
far as Hex goes.
I think it's kind of like we were talking about Pulse Chain and Pulse X being like probably a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Mhm.
We were here once with Hex, but if it takes off again on the next bull run, I don't ever see it coming back to these levels. It's one of those,
Right.
one of these levels where when Bitcoin went to 30, it went up to $30 and then fell back to 2. It
Yeah.
never ever got to that $2 level again, and it was there and it was gone forever.
Yep.
And I think that's kind of the area that we're in right now with Hex is when it goes on that next cycle. And even if we do get up to $1, you're buying pennies for $1, or
Hmm.
you're buying dollars for pennies. I mean,
Yeah.
right now essentially is what you're doing. And I think the risk definitely um, outweighs the reward.
I'm with you. Yeah, I don't think after this cycle, I can't imagine us ever coming down here again. So it's definitely. I mean, if you get in now, it's not like being a day one hexagon, but I mean, like if back to a conversation we've had the last couple of weeks too, if you've been around, had Hex, been holding it all through 2022, and still here now in DCAing, there's a lot of people like I heard Crypto Coffee say, and you as well, because you're a day one hexagon too, that you get to call yourself an OG at that point because you've gone through all this garbage, you know,
Mhm.
and people are still doubting it left and right and more
Yeah.
fierce than ever. So,
Well, that's
uh,
part of the bear market. You know, we
right,
put up with that even worse. It was
right,
probably 5 times worse in the beginning, because there were so many naysayers out there about the whole product itself. And like you just said, once you learn what it really is, what the smart contract is all about, once you learn that it's immutable code, you control the keys to, you make your own, you meet your own rewards. There's no middleman. All these things,
right,
Celsius, Luna, Three Arrows Capital, FTX, all these things that are crashing and burning around us. And here are the people that we've been shouting from the rooftops saying, hey guys, over here, hello, we
right.
got this thing that there are no middlemen, that are stealing your money. Come over here. you know, the HEX users unaffected hashtag is, still alive and kicking. So
Hmm.
yeah, learn about it, do a little research, like Richard Hart, don't like Richard Hart. He has nothing to do with it. He is a good spokesperson. And when he says things, it definitely can affect people's moods. Not saying the price, but it definitely affects moods. It affects behaviors. So, give it a look.